Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to my channel. Hope you've had a good weekend and a good start to the week and you're ready for another week of crafting. And I hope you like our new schedule, Tuesdays and Fridays. So here we go, our first Tuesday project, and we're continuing with our die sets. This time I'm using two different nesting die sets. I'm using my square set and I'm using my heart set. So I'll explain what I'm using as we go along. As you can see, we're making a square card today, so this is where our square dies come in. And we are making a 6x6 card, and the base, I'll give you the measurements as we go along, and I will add them in the description box below this video. Just hit the more button and you'll see everything you need to. And as we go along, I have some exciting news for you. As I mentioned in my last video, I had some glue coming, or I thought I had some glue coming from my Craft Stash delivery. Unfortunately, that wasn't in. Apparently the glue that I wanted was out of stock, but I have some amazing news I've been waiting for several months. I've kept a lid on it because it was a bit uncertain, but I have some exciting news to share, and I shall share that with you in just a minute because I don't think I can keep it in much longer. So anyway, back to the project and then I'll show you my news. So we have a 6x6 card and a 6x6 mat. My colour scheme is going to be orange and blue, as you'll see, but you can use any colours you like and you can use any shapes you like. You don't have to use these shapes. You can use anything you like, anything you've got in your stash. As we say on this channel, use what you've got. You don't have to use this. Now, our next square is going to be, if I can find my notes, orange mat, 4.5 by 4.5. That's inches. Now this is where I want to share my fantastic news for you. Several months ago, way before Christmas, I think it was about September last year, I commissioned my own brand of glue from a manufacturer that I've been in contact with for a couple of years now, to cut a very, very long story short. And I wanted a PVA style glue that was easy to spread. I wanted one that was smooth, so I thought I'd use my degree and give some suggestions as to what might go into it. So I've done that. We've had several samples backwards and forwards. Now this is the final sample. The final bottle will have an orange cap, but this one's a red cap because we're not quite there yet. This is the final, hopefully the final sample bottle, and all their sample bottles have got a red cap. But I'm so excited. It's got my brand on it. It's got my First Craft brand on it. And it's got it on both sides. When we have the full one, we'll have the Craft brand on that side, and we'll have some more information about the glue on the other side. So I'm going to use this today. I've not used it yet. So, as I say, it's a PVA style glue made to my specifications. At least I hope it has. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a quick sort of guided tour, if you like, for want of a better word. What I wanted, one of the things I wanted like a spreader or a spatula on the top. Now, as I say, the final project, the final one, hopefully this will be orange, but I wanted a spreader so that you can splodge it out, apply it and spread it in one go. And what you need to do, don't worry about this bit, but take hold of the white bit and we undo it, she says hopefully, and there is a bung, a black bung, and you take that out, or you do if you can. That's it. Then you can put that back. I'm not going to actually. I'm just going to make sure I keep my bottle upright. So if you want to put that back, you can, but I'm going to keep mine off just for the time being. And I'm going to use this glue. I've not used it yet. So I'm going to use this glue to see to see if it's even. I love my Creative Crafts glue, and I did actually use that to put that down, but even that, it doesn't always, as you can see, it doesn't always go down terribly smoothly. It sticks really quickly. It's super quick, which is good. One of the elements I love, but I wanted it to be a bit smoother than that. So if this glue doesn't prove to be any good, I shall go back to my Creative Crafts glue as soon as it's in again. So let's see how it goes. So if this works, I'll tell you what the magic, oh no, I'm not allowed to tell you what the magic ingredient was to make it smooth. I'd like to, but the manufacturer said I can't in case another manufacturer tries to copy it. So it doesn't really matter which side. So this mat, I can't remember if I told you, but just in case I didn't, it's 4.5 by 4.5. And we are going to squeeze some glue on both sides. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the spatula bit to spread it. So it spreads down like that. You don't have to do it like that. You can just wiggle it like we always do, and then just use the spatula just to spread it, get it into those corners. So we'll do that. It's coming out really well. I'm not having any clotting or clogging. So far, she says, at least I'm quite pleased with it. I'm very pleased with it, in fact. So well done to the manufacturers so far. So the big test will be when we put it down. So I'm just going to use the spatula to spread it out a bit. That is really good. I love that. So let's lay it down. So let's put that in the middle. Whoops, I'll just ignore that, I'm going to. And it goes down quite nice. Now this is obviously still wet, so I'll be very interested, and of course it's a bit bumpy underneath, which is probably a bit of an unfair advantage, or an unfair test. But that's okay, I don't mind a bit of texture, so we'll wait and see what it looks like when it's dry. And our final mat, I've got a final mat, the smaller mat, it's 4x4. So again, I'm going to use my new glue. I think it's going to be called a general purpose glue. So I'm just going to quickly, oh, can you see that? Let me just move that over a bit. That's what happens when you put your camera in a different place. You forget where, you forget where everything is. You think, oh, everybody can see. Then I realise I always go on the principle, if I can't see, then neither can anybody else. So we're just going to squeeze. You can squeeze and spread at the same time. Absolutely brilliant. So hopefully, if we can stop spreading or stop squeezing and just spread, we should get a fairly even application. So I'm just going to pick that up. I love the way how it spreads. That is fantastic. Absolutely love that. So I'm going to lay that down. Oh, that's much better. Yes. I like that. It sticks super quick. So you haven't got much time with this one. It sticks even quicker than the other one. So it sticks super quick. So that's good. Including to the base of my table, but never mind. Now I'm going to use I used 3 nesting dies altogether. But I'll give you the measurements. I'll show you what I used. So the first one, nesting dies, where are we? We want 3 by 2 1/4, and I've embossed this one, and I've embossed the other one, the medium one, which is 2 1/4 by 1 3/4. And then what I did, now what we do, let me just pop that to one side, just for a minute. What I did, I laid my dies on my machine, once I'd cut them out, taped them down with a bit of washi tape, ran them through the machine, then I set it to embossing, and then I embossed it, and that little heart came out of the middle. In fact, because we've got 2 layers, 2 little hearts came out of the middle, and we're going to use that on the project as well. So here we go. We're going to put that back in the middle, and I'm going to use my general purpose glue again, and I'm going to put some, not all the way around this time, just some on the crest of the hearts and some at the bottom. I just want it to sit, this one anyway, I want it to sit flat. I will spread it out a little bit. Absolutely, I'm absolutely loving this glue, you know. So I'm going to turn it over, and this one we are going to sit in the middle of our project. I just can't believe how quick that is setting like rock. Now, this one, what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold it, she says, in half. Now, if you want to, you can use your scoreboard and score it, but I didn't bother with that because we only need a little bit. And the bits, the little heart, we didn't really need a measurement because the little one is the bits that fell out when I die cut. So we'll bring these down because we're going to be using them in a second. So what I'm going to do, I don't need to spread it this time. So if you don't want to spread it with this glue, you don't have to. So it's fantastic. You can use it for whatever you need it for. So I'm just going to put a blob there. You won't need much. It is super strong. It's stronger than I expected. I wanted it to be strong, but it's stronger than I expected. So that's fantastic. Now, I was looking for my pokey saw. Oh, there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up so that the aperture hearts line up. So I'm going to hold that down there just for a second and then push that one into place. This will dry clear like all PVA style glues. This will dry clear and I'm going to lift that. My goodness, that's dries super quick. Wow, absolutely love it. So that's that bit. So we've got our nice heart. Now in my stash I found a wonderful little sentiment in my sentiments drawer. It says "with love," and it's even got these little hearts, and I thought that would be absolutely super. So again, I'm going to use my glue, my all-purpose glue, general purpose glue, beg your pardon. It's not all-purpose, it's general purpose. Apparently there's a difference because it's not quite good for absolutely all, but well, I don't know, it's quite strong and it's super fast. So I'm going to put that about there. Yeah, that's about in the middle. And then these two little hearts that fell out when I die cut the aperture heart, well, that's what I'm calling it anyway, an aperture heart. Again, I'm going to use my general purpose glue. And I'm just going to put a spot of glue on there. And I'm going to overlap that like that, hold it down. It won't need holding down for long. My goodness, it's really fast. I cannot believe how fast it is. They said because of the extra ingredient or component that I suggested, they said that will dry super fast, but I didn't realise they meant quite that fast, but that's okay. I don't mind. I mean, I'm impatient. I want it to dry fast. So there we go. There is our card. This will dry. This will flatten out once it's dried. It hasn't quite dried yet, but this one's already flattening out because I've put it on earlier on. So this will dry clear and it will dry flat. So there is our nesting hearts to make a small frame, our nesting squares, I beg your pardon, to make a small frame, our nesting hearts to make our focal image, and I've die cut them, and my new First Light Crafts all-purpose, all-purpose, that's right. General purpose, I'll get it right in a minute. Yes, general purpose glue, general PVA, let's call it PVA style glue. They call it general purpose, but let's call it a PVA style glue because after all that's what it is. So I'll give it once we've done with the sample and we get the permanent one, I shall give it a proper name. I shall suggest, they said I can suggest the name, so I should suggest a proper name. I might even call it general purpose glue because after all that's what it is. So there we go, guys. There is our new card, our new project for the first one of the week, and my exciting news, my own style of PVA glue. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you've enjoyed watching me make my own, well, not make my own glue, I can't do that, but show this fabulous glue. I absolutely love it. I didn't think I'd love it as much as I do, but I do, so there you go. So there we go, and I will be back now on Friday with another project with different sets of dies, either one or two, I haven't quite decided yet. And I'll very likely be bringing back my general purpose glue. Let's call it general purpose. So there we go, and I hope you've enjoyed it and enjoy the rest of the week, and I will see you on Friday. Actually, no, I shall see, for those who've gone over to my First Light Creations public Facebook page, you will have seen the mysterious odds and bits that I laid out, and I asked you to see if you could guess what I was going to make, and we had some terrific guesses. We didn't quite get the right guess. We had a couple of close ones, but not quite. So do pop over to the First Light Creations public Facebook page on Sunday afternoon and you'll see what I made. And for those of you in our what's the group called? Yes, Crafty Capers with Dawn. Sorry, too much to remember. Those of you in our Crafty Capers with Dawn Facebook group, it'll be in there on Sunday afternoon as well, so do pop over. In fact, I might even do a quick video on Sunday and show you. So there you go, and I will see you with a proper project on Tuesday. So there we go, that's it for today. I've been so excited to share this project and my first ever glue. I'm so excited. Thank you for watching me, and thank you for subscribing if you've subscribed. thank you very much. If you've enjoyed this video and you're not yet a subscriber, please do hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost a thing. If you've enjoyed the video, I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up. That would be fantastic. Leave any comments in the comments below. Click on them all and you'll see all the measurements you need for this project. And I will see you Tuesday. And until then, no, I won't. I'll see you Friday. Beg your pardon. I knew it was going to be one of those days the minute I got up this morning. So yeah, I will see you Friday. So until then, enjoy the rest of the week. Have fun. And as always, happy crafting. Bye-bye for now.